Hey, what's up, guys? Nick here with Overage Syndicate, and making this video to share with you the surplus funds scam. Not really, but you'll see here in front of you, here's an article out of New Jersey. This is from the New Jersey Division of Consumer Affairs with the Attorney General's office. It was revised in January of 2019, so it's pretty recent. And I know a lot of you have seen this article, especially if you're just doing your due diligence on this business. And I've had a lot of people ask me about this. How do we overcome this? Or, people obviously don't want to get involved in a business when government is calling them a scam right off the bat. So I wanted to address this and give you my take on it. And I'm probably, maybe I'll receive some heat for this video. Maybe not. I mean, I've never done any business in New Jersey, so I don't know what they could do, but I'll share my experience and the experience with others and share with you why this article itself is the real scam and why basically the New Jersey Attorney General is full of BS. Why do I say that? So this article goes on to say, to be aware of surplus funds recovery companies, asset recovery companies, because you don't need their help, which is true. Anyone can submit a claim to surplus funds. The owners can do it themselves. There's a couple things in here that I think are blatant lies. Right here, charging exorbitant fees, sometimes up to 75% of your surplus. I have never heard of anyone charging 75% of a surplus. Never in my experience have I seen that. So that right there is, at least in my experience, I've never seen that. I think it's a lie. Here's the thing, though. Let me pull something up if I can find it real quick. Now, again, I've not done any business in Jersey, so I can't speak a lot of personal experience about how it is there. I do know people I know homeowners that have submitted claims there, and I know people that have done business there. Here's what's interesting about this article. I can see why the Attorney General, especially the trust fund unit here, would want to put this article out and dissuade people from working with asset recovery companies and dissuade people like myself from working in New Jersey. Why? This is the reason why. Let me minimize this. This is a list out of New Jersey of current surplus funds being held on deposit. This is an old list. It's not up to date. You'll see here there's over $200 million being held by the state of New Jersey. That should go back to homeowners. You'll also see that there's over $3 million of interest being collected on this money. The state gets to keep that interest. So there is clearly a conflict of interest here. The state of New Jersey benefits from that money not being claimed. Why? Because they're earning interest on it. So it makes sense to me that they would put out an article saying that asset recoveries companies are scams, because it is in the state's best interest to keep that money held in their accounts so that they can continue to collect and earn interest on other people's money. That's my take on this. Again, I've not done deals in New Jersey. I know a gentleman who is much more experienced than me. He was in this business for a long time. Now he focuses on another part of real estate. He did a lot of business in New Jersey. He helped a lot of people. He recovered a lot of money out of the New Jersey's accounts. He did a lot of good for a lot of people. And the state came after him He did nothing wrong. All of his paper was above board, but they basically blackmailed him and said, hey, if you don't stop working New Jersey, we're coming after you and we're going to sue you. It was complete crap and unwarranted. And frankly, I think the state of New Jersey is one of the most corrupt states in the United States based on these experiences other people have had. So that was his experience. I've known people that have submitted claims and they don't make it easy for the homeowner. They do not make it easy for the homeowner to collect what is owed to them. How do I know that? Because there's $200 million sitting there. If it was easy and they were doing a service and actually reaching out to homeowners, there wouldn't be $200 million sitting in there. But they make it difficult. They're not reaching out to homeowners. And of course, they're dissuading companies and people like myself from working there so that the money can sit there and they can benefit from it. That's my take on that. So you just have to make a decision at the end of the day. Are you going to let, the opinions of the state or the opinions of others keep you from doing good for others and for yourself? Are you going to let an article like the one I showed you keep you from starting and helping homeowners? For me, it's not going to keep me from doing my business. I know that what I do is legal and above board, and I'm honest in my dealings. Now, let me say this. There has been fraud in this business and in this industry, as in any industry. There have been people that have submitted claims on behalf of homeowners that they were not representing. There have been people that have submitted claims saying that they were the homeowner when in fact they were just a stranger. There are people that have given money to homeowners in exchange to buy their rights. So an example I saw in one of my markets was this company offered $10,000 to this lady, but they did not disclose to her that there was $50,000 left over. Instead, they made up a story that they probably couldn't get it all, and so she'd be better off taking the money up front. That's wrong. If you do that, if you misrepresent yourself, or if you misrepresent yourself to, the counties, to the state, to a homeowner, that's fraud, and you should suffer the consequences for that. And there have been people that have done that, and I've seen it on the other side of the realm too. I don't think I have it right. Let me see if I can find the article real quick. Should have had this pulled up before. Yeah, I don't have it here. Trying to find, there was another, there's been a lot of stuff in Florida, for example, in Georgia, where the county officials have pocketed surplus funds. There was a sheriff in Georgia, I believe it was, who was basically holding on to surplus funds and using the money to go buy personal items. And so for the state of New Jersey to come out with this, I mean, it's crazy because both sides are guilty, both companies and individuals, as well as the government. And it's really sad that that exists in this industry, but it is what it is. So what do you do as an individual or as a person helping homeowners? How do you avoid this? How do you avoid getting in trouble? Well, be honest in all of your dealings. Be upfront with people. Don't lie to people. Basically, be a decent human being is what I'm trying to say. Um, because at the end of the day, I mean, whatever your religious beliefs are, I believe in a thing called karma. What comes around goes around. So if you are fraudulent, if you lie, if you steal, if you cheat, if you steal, that's going to come back on you, and you're going to pay a price for that one day. For me, I just don't do that. I just tell people, hey, this is what I do. This is how I can help you. If you don't want to use me, that's fine. You can do it yourself. You can hire an attorney yourself. You can pay the cost. You can do whatever you want. I'm just here offering my service. If you want to use it, great. I'll do my best for you. If you don't want to use my services, it's all cool. It's all good. That's my approach to people. That's like my pitch. Like I just gave you my pitch on how I talk to people on the phone. I tell them who I am, why I'm calling, and what I can do for them. And that's it. Don't be worried about, oh, well, what if the homeowner goes around me? So what? There's another deal tomorrow. Um, that's my take on it. And so far it's worked for me. And, people do say no to me, but people also say yes. And I think the ones that do say yes, they say yes. Even the ones that are contacted by other companies, they choose me because they trust me and they know that I'm going to do the best I can for them. That's how you succeed in this business or in any business for that example, for that matter, is you need to let people know that you have their best interest at heart and you create win-win scenarios. So that's my take as far as, this whole, if you don't want to be called a scam, well, one, just conduct your business honestly and ethically and legally, and you'll be fine. Again, another reason I love attorneys, man, is they make sure that everything I'm doing is legal and that I don't get in trouble. And I go to bed, at night knowing that I'm providing a service for people and that I'm doing it ethically and legally. So that's my take on this. If you want to use an article like this as an excuse not to get going in this business, that's your decision. You have to make that decision. But at the end of the day, there's always going to be things like this, whether it's the government or individuals. There's always going to be someone that says, oh, you're a scam, blah, blah, blah. Like, you can't please everyone. People probably think that what I do is a scam. I don't care because I don't do my business for those people. I do my business to help the homeowners and at the same time help myself. And there's nothing wrong with that. If it's a win-win, if we both can profit and they're down with that and they're okay with that, and I tell them up front everything, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing illegal about that. So, all right. It's funny because this article, people have asked me about this article so much. I actually can't believe I haven't done a video on this already. But this article, when people are looking into surplus funds, looking into the business, this is one of the first things they see. Because if you just Google surplus funds, this is on the first page of Google. And so people see this, and I think they'll read this and immediately, write off this business, which is okay. But at the same time, it's kind of sad too, because, again, if we had more people doing what I do, there wouldn't be $200 million sitting in the state of New Jersey's accounts. I've seen millions of dollars sitting in just county accounts. It's just crazy. But anyway, hopefully that makes sense. Again, guys, if you don't want to be a scam, then don't act like a scam. Just be honest and be upfront with people. Treat people right, and you'll be fine. That's my advice at the end of the day. And if you have questions, let me know. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.